Hey guys, this is Brandon again with episode 2 of What Does the Nerd Say? This is a segment where I talk about news, rumors, and have discussions based on anything nerd-related, comics, movies, anime. The first episode of the series I posted yesterday. You can check that out on my channel. In the last episode I discussed whether or not Stephen Amell and Grant Gustin from CW's Arrow and also the upcoming series The Flash would carry over to the Zack Snyder universe as far as the Justice League movies. I have a couple thoughts on that. You can check that video out if you have any questions regarding that. This episode is going to be more anime influenced because I have a lot more anime stuff to talk about right now at this point in time than I do a lot of other topics. So we're going to go ahead and get started now with the first topic. And the first topic is this. You'll notice on the screen that's some gameplay footage. An independent game developer is actually working on a Naruto MMORPG. This isn't going to be one of those side-scrolling browser-based games. This is a full-fledged action MMO. They did just announce that they did pull on 3 new people onto their team for development. They are a couple 3D modelers and a level designer. So definitely they're making headway with this game. Based on from what I've seen of it, it looks like they are working very hard on it. It looks like it is coming full circle, that all their hard work is paying off, and it looks like we are going to have an awesome experience once the game finally does come out. If you're a Naruto fan, if you're an MMO fan, it's definitely something to check out. It does look like the physics and the world are going to come together pretty nicely. I'm not one to be a stickler as far as graphics and all that. Sometimes you gotta give a little to get a little, and I'm more for gameplay than having a bunch of fancy graphics. So they did say they expect at least a beta to be out this year, so I'm really looking forward to that. If you're interested, the link for their site as well as some of their videos will be down below. You can check that out and keep tabs on that if you're interested in it. In the next topic, if any of you are Ghost in the Shell fan, the Ghost in the Shell live-action movie is underway, or at least is signed to start production. They did just bring on a director in Rupert Sanders, which if you don't know who he is, he's the guy that did the Snow White and the Huntsman. Visually a good-looking movie. It was very boring as far as plot. I'm not really sure when or if we're going to see anything out of him anytime soon, simply for the fact that right now he is working on a couple other projects, including a biopic of Napoleon, and he's working on some kind of a crime saga. I'm not sure if it's a miniseries or a show, as well as adapting the novel The Kill List. So he's already got 3 big projects right now on his plate. So I don't know if we're going to see anything as far as development for this anytime soon, but he has been signed on to direct it. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if it's something I'm okay with or not at this point in time, simply for the fact that, like I said, Snow White and the Huntsman was a good-looking movie. Storyline, it was okay. The pace of the film was just horrible, though, and I think that if he takes the same initiative with this movie that he took with Snow White and the Huntsman, we might get a more boring, while it might be visually appealing, a more boring movie than we really want, and a very horribly paced movie. And I don't want him to take the project on too soon. If he's got these 3 other projects, I'd rather see him finish those before he goes and jumps into doing another project, simply for the fact that you don't want to overwhelm yourself when you're trying to do something that's got a huge fan base like that, and you don't want to make that movie suffer because you're so stressed out with all the other projects you've got going on. So I'm really hoping that that he just signed the contract and that he is going to wait to get his other projects done before he starts directing this movie. And I have a good feeling that's what's happening, because I haven't really heard much headway or heard much of the movie other than that. So I think it's going to be a while before we actually see any development of it. But a director has been signed, and it does look like the film is going to go underway. So those of you that are a fan of that, hopefully it turns out awesome and it works out great. We'll have to just wait and see. And the next topic is very similar to the last topic we just talked about. This one's a little bit more controversial, though. Some news has broke slightly about the Akira live-action remake, or not really remake, but the Akira live action adaptation, I should say. And I'm not sure how I feel about it. I keep hearing that it's gonna go, they're gonna make it, and they're not gonna make it. And in all reality, I would love to see a live action remake of Akira, or Akira, as some people want to be sticklers about how you pronounce things. It's just easier to say Akira. Honestly, I think Chronicle was as close as we as Americans should do. We should do as far as remaking that movie, or doing a live action rendition of that movie. And they're acting like they're going to redo this. They're going to redo the movie, and it's going to be whitewashed. They're actually replacing a lot of the actors. The main character, or the main actor that was in Tron Legacy, is in talks to play either Tetsuo or Kaneda, and Gary Oldman's going to be in it. And I just don't think they should do that with a property like that. I think they should at least keep it as traditional as possible. Like, even if an American studio is picking it up, I think you need to at least keep it true to its roots and keep its culture there. You don't want to take away from that. And I think that if they try to replace all these traditional Asian characters that were in this story with American and white actors, and I'm not meaning that to sound racist, because I'm white and I'm American, and I don't want to see that. I want to see them stick to the roots of where it came from. So I'm really hoping that they decide to just cancel this project. That's visually and story-wise, that is such a great anime. It's probably one of my favorites of all time. And if they're going to do a live-action rendition of it, I want it to be good. I want it to be amazing, and I just don't think that's the right way to go about it. Honestly, if they didn't do it, I'd be happy with, if I want my live-action kind of adaptation of that, I'll watch Chronicle. That to me is as close as they're probably going to be able to get if they're trying to translate it over to make it more of an American story. So, let me know what you guys think. Do you think they need to remake this movie as live action? And if so, do you think they need to keep it traditional, or do you not mind them switching out characters and making the story more modernized and take place in New York? And let me know what you all think about that, because I think it's a ticking time bomb waiting to blow up if they were to try to do that. I don't think it would end well. So, yeah, I just think it's a horrible idea. But, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Let me know what you guys think about that. All right, next up, we got, will Ryan Reynolds be reprising his role as Green Lantern in Justice League or a Green Lantern sequel? Well, I've got a couple ideas on this. I mean, not really theories, I should say, but there was a leaked part of the script to the CW's Flash script for the CW show that they're making. There was what is supposedly a leaked piece of the script that actually states that Green Lantern makes an appearance in the show, and that Ryan Reynolds would be reprising that role as Green Lantern. Whether or not that's true or not, I don't know. I mean, I've seen the image of the supposed leaked script. I've read it to see if that was it, but that could be, it could all be a bunch of hogwash. It could not be true at all. Would I like to see Ryan Reynolds reprise his role? Well, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but yes, I think I would like to see Ryan Reynolds redeem Green Lantern. Not necessarily redeem himself, but redeem Green Lantern as a live-action adaptation. Because a lot of people will say, and they'll blame Ryan Reynolds for the failures of the first Green Lantern movie. Now, the first Green Lantern movie was not good as far as if you are a Green Lantern fan and you are a comic book fan and you watch that movie, it is satire, or not satire, but it's an abomination. It's not a good movie. Every comic book and Green Lantern fanboy hates that movie, and that's it with good reason. They should. I mean, as far as sticking to the Green Lantern roots, I mean, that was a horrible movie. It was not very well done. But with that said, that was not Ryan Reynolds' fault. As Ryan Reynolds' portrayal of Hal Jordan was very well done. I think he pulled off Hal Jordan. I think as a character, he fit in that role very well. I think he brings out the kind of charismatic quick-witted humor that Hal Jordan has in the comics. I mean, he can be serious, but if you read the comics and you watch a lot of the, especially a lot of the animated series, even the new one, the Justice League War, Green Lantern's got that kind of funny and sarcastic kind of humor to him, but he can also be serious. And I think Ryan Reynolds is perfect for the role. I think he pulls off Hal Jordan very well. And it wasn't his fault that the movie failed. Yes, the movie was bad, but he's a very small piece in a very big puzzle. So I think everybody blaming him for the failures of the first movie is just, it's not very good for the character. It's not very good for the actor for you to sit there and blame all that on him. Now, he has stated that he doesn't know if he'll return for the Justice League or for a Green Lantern sequel because, and this was back in 2011 when he stated this, so his mind could have already been changed by now. Because he said it was too chaotic, so there was a lot of confusion in the studio when they were making that movie. And he said it himself, if he felt like the people making the movie and producing the movie, they were very confused about what they were doing, what they were supposed to be doing to stay true to the universe, and he doesn't want to be a part of that again. My guess is after all the backlash he got for Green Lantern, he doesn't want to be a part of a movie like that that's going to fail or isn't going to stay true to the roots. He did, however, say that if somebody good like Joss Whedon or Christopher Nolan's to write the script or be a part of it in some way, that he would be interested in returning as long as it showed promise. So, since we know Zack Snyder's already enrolled Christopher Nolan to be a part of this, to help him with this universe, I think it's very likely that we will see Green Lantern carry over into Justice League, and I think we should see Ryan Reynolds reprise that role. Now, there was the talk of the Jon Stewart Green Lantern and, what's his name, Idris Elba, taking that role. A very good actor and would definitely fit the role of a Jon Stewart Green Lantern, but I don't think we're to that point yet. I think they need to stick with the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern for now, stick with Hal Jordan. And yeah, I think, which if you watched my video yesterday on whether or not the universe would be shared between Arrow and the Flash and the Justice League Zack Snyder universe, I'm almost convinced it's going to be one universe. Now, before everybody starts backlashing saying, no, it's not, it's a separate universe, go watch my video that I posted before. That's been said multiple times. I'm not going to get into a big argument about that on this video, but if you want the record set straight, go watch my other video. You'll hear my point of view, and you'll hear the things that I've researched and that I've found about all that. But yeah, I think it should be a shared universe, and I think Ryan Reynolds should reprise his role as Green Lantern and Hal Jordan. Alright, as I've stated before in previous channels that I've been a part of, and I don't think I've quite made it stated in this channel, so I'm going to go ahead and state this now. I actually, while I like doing videos and I like doing all this stuff, I'm actually a computer guy. I own a shop here in the town I live in. I actually am trying to start an independent game development company. I personally have worked on quite a few projects in the XNA, Xbox Live Marketplace, the indie side, as well as a couple independent games on Steam. Not any really big titles, but I've had my hand in some of those titles. So I've actually decided I wanted to start my own independent game development company. And I'm working on the first game. It's going to be a long time before it ever comes out. You'll see some video of that probably on the screen right now. I'm working on a Dragonball Online retro reboot. It's not going to be exactly the same as the original Dragonball Online that was around in Korea and Taiwan that we never got in the U.S. But it is something, it's a little small project I'm working on. I'm working on making it bigger, getting more people. Yes, if you're wondering about I am getting pixel artists to work on more pixels, because pixel art is not my forte. I do mostly 3D modeling, but didn't feel like working on any of the code that I would need for like collision detection, trying to do big 3D modeled worlds. So I just decided it'd be easier, simpler, and people can enjoy 2D. I mean, a lot of people might hate on it because it's not 3D, it's not cutting edge, but this game is being developed out of the shop that I run and out of my house, and I don't have a big studio. I don't have a lot of free time. I've got kids. I've got I work full time, and there's just no way for me to take the time by myself even to code something like that. So I'm getting a small team together to work on this, but something we can get out hopefully in about 6 months, and hopefully a lot of people play. You'll notice there is a character customization. Right now it's still very, very, very new. We're still working on all the sprites. The character customization thing, I'm still working on a lot with that. As for a server foundation, the server, the groundwork for the server is done, and the groundwork for mapping everything is done. So we are running it off of the Eclipse 4 engine. The sprites will look a lot better whenever we get them done. I am hiring a sprite developer to do the sprites, so don't think that that's going to be the final look. The final look will be a lot sharper and a lot cleaner and smoother. I'm hoping to get more of a look like a smoother Legacy of Goku style look. And that's kind of the gameplay it's going to have. It'll have a little bit more. I'm actually thinking about integrating the PvP system, integrating that into a 2D fight style system, kind of like if any of you played the original Ultimate Battle 22 on the PlayStation, or any of the Super Batuten, I think that's how you pronounce it, on the SNES and the Super Famicom, something like that, like an actual fighting system where your characters you make go into the game, and it can be 4 versus 4, and you can actually fight. That way it's not a matter of just sitting there hitting buttons and using special skills. It's actually a matter of almost like a fight-style game like Budokai. That's the engine that I'm looking for the PvP system. It'd be completely different against mobs, but I'm working on a lot of stuff with this, and like I said, I've got 2 other guys right now. They're mostly writers. They're helping me come up with like quests and ideas. I am trying to translate a lot of the maps from the original Dragon Ball Online into this game, but who knows? It might take off, it might not. But right now, it's just a small stepping stone as I'm trying to grow into something bigger. But so let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions about anything I've talked about in this video, go ahead and comment them down below. I'll be answering some questions all throughout the week in my next few videos. Hopefully this channel takes off, and the more views I get, and if I get any subscribers and people rate these videos high, I'll continue to do videos. Here soon, I will be switching over to a 720p HD webcam, but for the last 2 days, I've been home with my son, who's been sick, so I haven't been in the shop where my webcam is. So I don't have a webcam, so I just decided to record the audio. But look forward to hearing some of your guys' comments. Any questions, and like I said, ask them down below, and as soon as I get a chance, I'll do another video and answer some of them. Thanks.